Ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing? Back with more upgrades, changes to this car. Yeah, big major changes. So I ain't gonna talk too much. As y'all know, we have gotten pretty significant with our upgrades here lately, and this deal just kind of fell in my lap. If you know, you know. What I have is not cheap, but somehow I got on Marketplace and I found it for less than half of ordering it brand new. So it just kind of worked out. So as y'all know, I've been pimping this old B&M ratchet shifter for years now. With where we're at with this car and where we plan on going, this is coming out. Lurking in the background, we have this. Battery is too low to use flash, so just bear with me. It's dying. But we have a nice Mark Mickey shifter. Run this up through the Holly to trigger the solenoid, and it will shift for me. So I don't know how well this is going to mount to the floor because I don't have an actual mounting plate besides the floor mount mounting plate. So yeah, let's just see how this plays out. Okay, old shifter out. We're doing away with that. I dropped the short on that. You can watch how to delete that. Yeah, so pretty well what I'm fixing to do now, because this shifter runs out the rear. I'm going to take the center console out, the whole thing, all this, and we're going to get that in, get it mocked up. I would make marks in the floor where to put it, but since how I already have drill holes where the old one was, I'll know roughly where I need to put it. So that's not a thing. It's not an issue. So yeah, I'm just going to jump right into it here. This is this console. If you haven't been here long, this is out of the 93 to 97. Yeah, 93 to 97 Trans Am. Of course, the lid's broke. It's always been broke. But it fit in here with the other shifter versus that one that did not. That's the factory center console. So, once I get this one out, I'm going to get this figured out, drill a hole for this to go through the floorboard. And then we're going to go from there on where I'm going to mount that, what center console I'm going to use, because I'm kicking around the idea of going back to the stock one. But that would mean this has to move, which that ain't no thing. I can put that somewhere, no problem. This would be my only issue, is moving my switches, but I might have an idea for that too. Okay, so center console's out. I was right, I only had these two bolts holding it in. So, never mind all this. I'll clean all that up later. Factory, you have this airbag sensor. Be very careful with this, because it will set your airbags off. I unplugged it. Actually, I think I had the fuse pulled over there. I don't know. But either way, I unplugged it and take the screws out, take that out. Let it sit a minute after you unplug it, because they say these things hold power for a little while in case of like battery loss or whatever. I think it's like 10-15 minutes. We'll throw it down there. And then you have this plate. I just figured this out. So factory shifter sits somewhere right in here. The ratchet shifter I had was bolted here, and then this one. But with this being all not level and stuff, you would have to build a bracket for it. No, just figured this out. Take this. When you unbolt it from here, move it right up here to the factory shifter holes. Use the GM provided self-tappers that they use to hold it down. And boom. I'm going to have to just send that one home right there. But for now, you hold this. Hold that. Hold it. Thank you. And now, your shifter has a flat mounting surface to mount to. that is dang near in the factory location. It barely clears your HVAC controls, which this, you've got a little room to play with here, I believe, yeah. So, there's that. That will do that thing. Now I just gotta find I'm gonna drill a hole back here somewhere to run the cable and everything, figure that out. So, once I figure that out, I will get back with you. Okay, so I kind of skipped a step. On this shifter, I took these out, pulled the shifter off. That left just the plate on the bottom. There's 4 over here. And then popped holes in this plate, drilled them. The mounting plate on the bottom of this shifter, you can kind of see right there, is already threaded for a 1/4 20 bolts. So that's no bueno. That come off. Alright, I gotta figure that out, I guess. Anyway. Got the plate, the mounting base for the shifter bolted to the plate. Screwed the plate down. Now it does kind of kick up in the back a little bit, so go ahead and mount the plate. Kind of get it where you want it, alignment wise. Bolt it down. So, like I said, self-tapered this one. Then them 2 went in factory made holes, and then yeah, put this down and screw it in. Somehow, I'm not sure how, broke the head off that one. So I don't know. I'm not asking questions. Console will cover that. Okay, I got ahead of myself. Forgot the video, but I got carried away. I ended up right there. If you can see that, right there is where I ended up drilling a hole, putting a grommet, and running the shift cable through. That's took me a while to get that job done in itself. I'll be back under there tomorrow hooking the cable up. I got it mounted on the pan. Yeah, we're just going to go over there. But I'll show you all that tomorrow, Lord willing, if I don't forget the video. But I tried center consoles because, like I said, you know, I had that one. This is the factory console, and it actually fits way better now with this shifter. All of that actually is already cut out, and I think the cup holder is still going to fit right there. I don't know, because that's where the cup holder is at. We'll find out. But yeah, so again, shifter's in. I'm gonna leave that neutralis. It's in. Come up here. I got this piece that goes, you know, fills that gap, and I'm fixing to painfully cut it, which it ain't gonna hurt me too bad, because this one, when I bought it, it already had holes for toggle switches because they had a nitrous kit in it before, and I just used them back in the day when I first put nitrous on the car. And then yeah, so I've got this set up. This used to be my purge button, but now I think this is going to be my 2-step button. And then this is just an arming light. Now that I got it ran through the Holley, I don't technically need that. But since my 2-step's giving me issues through the Holley, yeah, there's that. I'll just use that. Anyway, so I got it marked out where I'm going to cut it. This is going to hurt me pretty bad, so not really, because this one's discolored. I can at least get it done here, and if I botch it up too bad, I might can get me another one. Hopefully I can get me another one without spending an arm and a leg. But yeah, let's see how this plays out. So I'm trying to get it to where the light ain't just blinding the pee-pee out of everybody. But I got this cut down more than I wanted. I'll clean it up tomorrow some, make it look actually better. But you got to cut in the cup holder too. But either way, it's cut down. This is very hard to do one-handed. Come in here. There, and everything fits. Come here, light. Everything is clearanced. it fits. Again, it's not the prettiest. I hate that this is so discolored, but that's just part of it, I guess. But now I have everything functions just like it's supposed to. What I'm going to do is take this bag and cut the bottom out of it, and I'm going to glue it up around here to make it look better, and then tie it, you know, down here around the bottom. Yeah. All right. So we're under the car. The bracket goes like that. It stands up, and your little spinny doodad thing goes on the top side. So I set this one in 3rd gear because that's the most used gear. That's really just the only reason. I have not got up top and tested it yet, but I'm about to, and make sure everything pans out good. Let's just say I've spent the better part of the last 3 hours on the dot, it's 2 o'clock, trying to get all this set right. But it's a little easier if you're not using a stock pan and you don't have that lip around the edge, but it is what it is. This will still work that way. So let's go top side and see what we got. All right, now that we're top side, we'll pull it back. Yeah, so there we go. You can tell that it's set right just by the way it is and how it clicks where it needs to. Pretty straightforward setup. I really like this. Okay, now I'm going to tighten them pan bolts because I think I got a small leak. I just need to just a little bit, and then we'll come top side and we'll work on all this. All right, so I mean, pretty much there it is. I've got another idea for these switches. Instead of mounting them here, I think I'm going to mount them down here, and then I can put all that back to how it was. You know, whatever. Might make a little something to mount that too. I don't know. Cross that bridge when we get there. I still got the piece that goes in there and all that. So, and I'll finish cleaning this up too. I'll do something with this. I don't know. It's all a work in progress, but for the most part, that's the shifter. Now, I don't have it. It's not 100% set correct. Neutral. 3rd, but right here, it's in neutral, but there's neutral. So I'm talking a hair off of my adjustment, but I'll get that fixed. It does. So 1st gear, 2nd gear, 3rd gear. Like I said, neutral, reverse, park. But there it is. So that's M&M shifter and an F-body using the factory console. I'll take this. I'll clean that up later. Might do something different. I don't know yet. Again, work in progress. But so one thing I did that I do like, you know, my reverse lights and my 2-steps on that button. So when you're in 1st, you know, you're staged. Finger on that, on the floorboard, 2-step. You just let off, and then you're right there at it to go. So, yeah, I do like that, but that's that. Like I said, I'm gonna mount these buttons under here. Made my mind up on that. I still got the manual oil pressure gauge over here. I don't know if I'm gonna do away with it or just make something, let it chill right there, or just put that back factory. I don't know. I'll figure that out. I'll figure all this out later. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Hit me up. You want stickers? I still have stickers. Shirts, hoodies. I can do pants. You know, like leggings and stuff. Whatever. Just let me know. Y'all be safe. Y'all have fun, and I'll catch y'all next time.